What's up, everybody? So today we're back working on the Silverado. In the last video you guys saw, we got the old headlights replaced, and I say old because they weren't even that old. We got them like last year, put them on, and they look good, but unfortunately they had issues with the clear coat failing. They were turning yellow, the LEDs were burning out, so we got a new set on there from Sparksmith, and they look awesome. They've got the dual projectors, so we have a nice clean beam pattern now. It doesn't have the LEDs flying everywhere. We've got the animated startup sequence, and of course they're all blacked out housing, so they look fantastic. But I want to continue on that LED kind of animation effect with the rest of the front end. As you guys know, I have those LED light bars on the front end there, and we went to go through and rewire those up. I had a couple of LEDs burned out. Reached out to Sparksmith, and they said, yes, we've seen this kind of as a common issue in areas that deal with high humidity. So they sent me 2 new light bars here to test out. They have a little bit Gore-Tex patch on the back to allow them to kind of breathe. That way the LEDs don't burn out. So we're gonna go through, we're gonna replace those with the old LEDs, light bars that are on the front, get these installed. I'll probably hook up the turn signal sequence to have that all on there as well. We'll get the emblem hooked up too, so the whole front end will light up. And then of course, I've got one more mod that we'll do here towards the end, so stay tuned for that. But for now, let's go and show you guys the LEDs that we got. So as you can see here, these are the replacement light bars I got from Sparksmith. These are essentially exactly the same as the ones that are currently on the truck. They're still the 22-inch. They still got the white animation startup, and they still got the turn signals that'll animate as well, which we didn't have hooked up last time, and I think I'm gonna hook up this time. You can see there, black is ground, red is power, and then of course yellow is signal. So we'll get these wired up because it'll match the headlights really well. The only difference on these ones is they went through, like I said, and added this Gore-Tex patch on the back, which is just right there where that little circle is. So there's basically a little piece of like fabric basically built into this that is waterproof but allows these to breathe. So basically what they said is they've done a bunch of testing, and this seems to be the resolution as far as people that deal with high humidity areas, especially being here in Iowa. So we'll put them to the test, see how well they work. But yeah, this should hopefully resolve our issues, and of course have a nice clean startup and add the rest of our lights to the front end. So let's go out to the truck now. We'll get the grill off, we'll get the LED light bars off, and then get these ones thrown on and wired up. Okay, we got those 2 metal rods off there. I'm gonna go ahead and clean off all that tape so we can stick the new one on there. But yeah, that is now removed. Okay, so we got our screws back in place there. These are all cleaned up, ready to be applied with the new tape on there. We're going to go through, drill a hole where that Gore-Tex spot was, just to make sure it's not just completely butted up against the metal. That way, like I said, it can fully breathe out. Before I take these down, I just want to make sure they work properly. So I've got my grounds connected and I've got my powers connected. So I'm just going to take this battery from the Milwaukee here, and then you'll put the power into the plus side and the negative into the minus. Perfect. And we should see the turn signals work there. Test my other side here. Okay, those are good. Sweet. They both work there. Awesome. Okay, so we can go ahead and wire this up now, or I guess get these stuck down and then wire these up completely with the bow tie there. I guess the only thing I'm going to do is take this adhesion promoter here and just wipe the metal here. That way this tape sticks really well. As you can see, there's that little Gore-Tex patch I was talking about. So just line up right there with that hole. And just like that, light bar is now installed on both sides here, looking really good. Flip this thing up on this end here. You guys can see right there that hole is, and that hole is there. Lines up perfectly with the Gore-Tex patches. So that should be good. Everything is all screwed down and tight now. All it's have to do now is to put our emblem back on. Okay, so now we got the emblem and everything back in there. We got to figure out this wiring mess. So as you can see here, we've got a power ground for the emblem itself. We got power, ground, and signal for the right side grill light, as well as the left side one here. So we're gonna go ahead, obviously the signal wires, which is yellow one, is gonna go to the headlight. So this one being on the passenger side is gonna go to the passenger side headlight, driver side to driver side headlight. But then you've got the ground and positive wire. So the black wires, I think we'll combine all three together. So it'll be light bar, and emblem here. So those three will connect to one. We'll put them on like a male and female terminal, these ones here, combine those, and then same thing with the positives, so they'll all be on one, so this thing can be disconnected easily. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. If you guys have any other suggestions, throw it in the comments below, but I think this is what's going to work for me right now. I'm sure there's a better way to do it to make it so that everything is removable, but this is what I've come up with so far. So I'll get this all put together, and then we'll get it thrown on the truck and see how it looks. So here's what I got so far. We've got our power, we've got our ground, and then we've got our yellow wires here, signal wires. I got those fully extended out so that they can go from one side to the other. Got them way too long, but they should work. So let's go ahead and throw this on the truck now. Here's what we got so far. So those two are connected to one another. Ground, positive, runs all the way down, kind of follows this hood release cable, goes up inside here. As you can see there, it's wrapping around. So that's the positive one is wrapping around here. It's going to go into the fuse box, and the negative one snakes down there. And as you can see there, it's just kind of grounded on the battery tray right now. I'm going to try to move this around so it's a little bit cleaner. But I think as far as the turn signals go, I should be able to take these and just splice them directly into the relays, since these are the turn signal relays. So I think if I just go into the negative, or I guess the positive wire here, we should be able to get that to work there. So let's see what we can do here. So I'm gonna take one of these little splices here. It's gonna clamp down. You can see it's got the little terminal in there. So this would go over top of here, and I just butt on there. So as you see there, I went ahead, hit this wire here, attach this end here. So now these two should connect. We should have turn signals with the light bars. Okay, so now you guys can see here, we got it spliced in there into the turn signal. So the yellow wire is connected to this red wire, which is actually part of this little relay here that came with the headlights themselves. So that is controlling the signals. That should keep it from hyper flashing as well, because it's going through this relay here. So you guys can kind of see my mess of wires there. We're gonna tie them all up so they're all clean it up out of the way. But let's go and give it a test here. Oh, it's so sick. You see that it matches there with that top bar. Okay, that is awesome. So now all it's have to do, as you can see there, the bow tie and stuff's not lighting up. So all it's have to do is to plug in our fuse here. We'll put it here into our fuse box, and then the white portion should light up next. Now we get our fuse box here. We're gonna go ahead and plug our fuse here. So we have power to the lights themselves. So we're gonna take out this 10 amp here, which should be spot number 31. And then this one here is 33. So these are both daytime running lights. So let's pop this one out here. We'll just link it in there. That way it matches the two 10 amp fuses. So we should be good. So Take some needle nose pliers here. Pop that out. Plug it into here. And then it should look like that. The 2 10s will be stacked. And this will just go back down here. Snap into place. So now that should be good. Let's go ahead and test it out here. Nothing. Okay, well, let's try the second spot. Okay. Ooh, we got the bow tie. There they are. Sweet. So, as you guys just saw there, we got the truck all buttoned up. I put everything back together. We got our fuses in place, and the wiring is all secured now. Now, I did go through, I kind of played around with it a little bit just to kind of see how the lighting effects worked, because previously I didn't have the turn signals hooked up to it, so it just did the white bars that kind of danced and went across to the animation, and then it just kind of would light up the whole thing. Well, now I have got the turn signals hooked up to it, so now it does like a, I guess the orange lights up when you unlock it, it lights up when you lock it, and then also when you remote start it, it does the same thing. It's not until you get in the truck and start it up that it does that kind of white bar animation, but either way, it looks sick, both setups. So I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I guess let's go and show you guys now that it's finally getting dark out, just a full little overview of everything, and then we'll come back in the morning. I got one more mod that I want to do on this thing, so we'll show you the light up animations now, and then come back in the morning.
Tomorrow.
So we're back now. It is now the next day. We'll go outside. We got one more mod to do to the truck, and that mod is going to be a mod for the fog lights. Now, as you guys know, when it comes to Chevys, GMCs, they have a thing that when you turn your high beams on, the fog lights shut off, but I want all my lights to be on. So if I've got my emblem lit, bow tie lit, headlights on, high beams lit, I want the fog lights to stay on as well, just to have that option. So I found a company called Boost Auto that actually makes a little connector that splices in to make it so the headlights and fog lights all stay on at one time. So let's go ahead, go outside to the truck. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about from going from one to the other, and then we'll get this piece installed. All right, so we'll go put the keys in the ignition here, get the truck started. Okay, so come over here. This is our little knob. We have our DRLs, and then our headlights should be on now. And then if I flip onto the high beams, as you can see they're indicated on the dash, flip back and forth, I should be able to just turn my fog light, which is this button here. So you can see there, it lit up on the dash there. And as soon as I turn my high beams on, my fog light shut off. So this mod that I got here should be able to make it so once I turn the high beams on, the fog lights will stay on as well. And then that mod is what I have right here. So like I said, this is from Boost Auto Parts here. It is just a connector here that basically splices into the BCM. You can see that it's got the 2 T-taps right there. And then that little piece will plug in both ends to connect the 2 wires. That way the lights will stay lit. So let's go ahead, go underneath the truck. I guess we'll jump down here underneath the kick panel here and get that spliced in. We'll just go underneath here on the driver's side dash. Looks like the air vent has to come out, so I think we just pull it forward. Yep, sweet. That will drop down. And then our BCM should be right up here. So you guys can see the plugs, the gray, the pink, and I think the black one is up further behind that. So we take the black one out, and there should be a couple wires we splice onto that. So let me see if I can set you guys up here so I can reach inside there and grab that. Okay. So there is the black connector, and now we just gotta see to trim back some of the sheathing here to see, but I think it was like green and white and then brown and white. So let's get this all unraveled here real quick. Okay, got those exposed here. So it looks like you guys can see this very well. It's supposed to be this green and white one, so 1, 2, 3, green and white. So pull that one out. Put our T-tap on there real quick. So now that we got that snapped in place, next one up should go over the bottom row there, and then one up should be like this kind of light brown and white wire. So we'll tap into that one next. Try to get it separated from the bundle here so we actually see it. So yeah, that brown and white should be the next one. Okay, that one's snapped in place now. So we got those two tapped into. Okay, and we should be taking our plug here. It looks like the blue end here goes to the green side, and this side goes to the brown side. So it should just snap in and loop here. So green to blue. Bend that around, and then brown to black. Okay, so those are all in place. And then all I have to do is just plug that back in up there into the BCM. And just like that, that should snap in. Put our air duct back. Perfect. And now our fog light should come on with our high beams. Okay, we'll go over here, turn our lights on, turn our fog light on. Okay, and we should be able to hit our high beams. So it went off on the dash, but I'm not sure if it did it outside. So we'll check the other camera here and see if it actually worked. Sweet, high beams and fog lights. So it's completely lit up now. Awesome. As you guys just saw there, the front end is now complete. We have all the lighting taken care of that I wanted to do on the truck. The LED light bars are now finished and completed, and we got the turn signals to work on there, so I'm really happy with the way it looks. I was a little confused at first with the light bars themselves, just getting them on and off, just because initially when I hit the unlock button, they do the whole dance feature and stuff, the animation with the white setting, whereas now I hit unlock and it does the amber, and it still does the white animation once you do start the truck, but overall I'm really happy with it. I think it looks great. The turn signals are a huge plus as well, and we'll also have to see longevity on these. Like I said, these are the new updated ones that Sparksmith sent me, so hopefully we don't have any issues with the LEDs burning out, and I'll be sure to like test them out and let you guys know as well. But so far I'm really happy with them. I think they look fantastic. And then of course having the boost auto parts, the headlight high beam to fog light feature added to the truck, I think looks great. So now the whole truck will just be completely lit up. And if you guys are interested in anything I used in today's video, I'll be sure to link it all down in the description below. So with that being said, I think we're gonna go ahead and end up the video here. So if you guys like this video, make sure big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. We have plenty more stuff coming on all the cars, and I will see you guys in the next one.